What if I told you that behind the fairy tale image of Princess Diana, the people's princess adored across the globe, lies a much darker ancestral past? A history filled with scandals, betrayals, tragedies, and even whispers of cursed bloodlines. Today, we're uncovering the haunting legacy of Princess Diana's ancestry, a lineage that may have shaped the destiny of one of the most beloved yet tragic figures of the modern age. Hello, and welcome to Historic Horizons, where we dive deep into the hidden stories and forgotten pasts that shaped our world. In today's episode, we'll unravel the dark ancestral history of Diana, Princess of Wales, far beyond the glamour of royal life. Her family tree reveals tales of ambition, betrayal, madness, and scandal. So, let's step back in time and uncover the shadows of Diana's ancestry. Princess Diana was born Diana Frances Spencer on July 1, 1961, into one of Britain's oldest and most prestigious aristocratic families. The Spencer family had been tied to royalty for centuries, but with their wealth and power came a reputation for controversy and tragedy. The Spencer lineage dates back to the Tudor period, when Sir John Spencer, a wealthy sheep farmer, rose to prominence during the reign of Henry VIII. From that moment, the Spencers became a force in English politics, intermarrying with powerful families and securing influence at court. But alongside their rise came the seeds of darker tales. One of Diana's infamous ancestors was Robert Spencer, 2nd Earl of Sunderland, a man both admired and reviled. In the 17th century, he was a cunning politician who shifted loyalties during the turbulent years of the English Civil War and the Glorious Revolution. Known as the Subtle Lord, he was described as manipulative, opportunistic, and dangerously ambitious. His reputation as a political schemer earned the Spencer family a legacy of mistrust that lingered for generations. Another striking figure in Diana's ancestry was Sarah Churchill, Duchess of Marlborough. Not a Spencer by birth, but connected through intermarriage, known as one of the most powerful women of her age. Sarah was a close confidant of Queen Anne, but fell into bitter disgrace after a series of betrayals and political feuds. Her ruthless pursuit of influence and her infamous quarrels painted a picture of a woman whose hunger for power knew no bounds. Diana, through this bloodline, inherited not only noble status, but also the legacy of political intrigue. But perhaps the most unsettling aspect of Diana's ancestry comes from its ties to scandal and madness. The Spencer family became entangled with other aristocratic houses known for instability and tragic fates. For example, Diana's maternal lineage connected her to the Fermoys and the Roche family in Ireland, families marked by troubled marriages, broken reputations, and rumors of mental illness. This instability in Diana's wider family circle echoed in her own struggles with mental health later in life. Even closer to home, the Spencers themselves were plagued by unhappy marriages. Diana's parents, John Spencer and Frances Roche, had a turbulent relationship that ended in a bitter divorce. But this was not unusual for the family. Generations of Spencers were marked by fractured marriages, affairs, and bitter disputes over money and status. Some biographers argue that this cycle of dysfunction created an environment of emotional instability that Diana herself could not escape. There are also darker whispers of a family curse. Throughout the centuries, the Spencers seemed to suffer tragic fates, from early deaths to personal scandals. One particularly tragic ancestor was George Spencer, who struggled with mental instability and addiction, leaving the family embroiled in shame. Other members of the aristocratic network surrounding the Spencers fell into disgrace through gambling, duels, and affairs that rocked society. Such repeated patterns of downfall contributed to the image of a bloodline shadowed by misfortune. Perhaps most chillingly, Diana's ancestry connects her directly to the Stuart dynasty. Through illegitimate lines and marriages, the Spencers are related to King Charles II and his many mistresses. Charles II himself was known for his decadent court, rife with scandal and intrigue. To some historians, Diana's tragic destiny mirrored the turbulent lives of her Stuart forebears, whose reigns were marked by downfall and betrayal. All these ancestral shadows seemed to converge in Diana's own life. Though she became a global icon, she faced the very struggles her ancestors had endured for centuries. Betrayal, broken marriages, public scandal, an untimely tragedy. It's as if the ghosts of her family's past walked alongside her every step of the way. Princess Diana's ancestry is a haunting reminder that history leaves its mark on every generation. Far from the fairy tale the world once believed, her story was shaped by centuries of ambition, scandal, and sorrow. In peeling back the layers of her family tree, we see that Diana's dark destiny may have been written long before she was ever born. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to support our work and never miss an upload. Like this video, drop a comment, and share it with others to show your support and help us grow this historical community.